It's been a few days. I'm going very slow on this one, getting occupied with other work. Um, just the way it is. So in the meantime, I have worked on the other box with cherry. This has come out much better because I I'm learning from some of the mistakes I did on the other one. Even though I have done this thing on the past, it's I've things that I forget and all. So it's just that I'm applying my learnings on this cherry box and it's working out better. And to be frank, it's quicker to do with cherry. That's what I find. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure like this can be as good with the other one also. So I have to do some cleanup on this one that I had done on the other one. So like glue lines, like pair cutting with my chisel, just to make sure that when the time comes for drawer fitting, it's works out just fine. So I can do it later because I have already shown that, and these things I can clean those up like later. The next thing what I have to do is work on the lid. Because this the lid for these boxes, this is going to be a little bit special, little bit different. So let's see. This is the piece of this is the lid for the ash, and there should be another one. Let me see. This is the one I had kept for cherry. So let me keep aside this one. What I was going to say was that I have probably kept it around 3/4 of an inch. Like remaining all the pieces are around half an inch. I keep saying like around half an inch because everything has been hand planed and hand thicknessed. So I shoot for that, but here and there I just make sure that it's almost S4S, but not necessarily exactly half inch because they have not been machined. It's exactly 3/4. Maybe I was quite accurate there. So this is the lid. So width wise, like this end to this end, I've kept it thicker. I will not cut it down right now immediately. And I intended to make this as 90°. It's not the most accurate as of yet. I can do work on that right now. I'll make that like a try to plane it a little bit more. I mean, if I clamp it this side, I have more room to plane, but then there is more vibration. That's why I was trying to clamp it here. But then if I have, I believe I should have enough space. So much better, little bit more. I don't have to take this out. Yeah, this is good now. Now again, we want to start with things that are accurate, because especially with working with hand tools, we want to be able to use all these things as a good reference point, and also we start accurately. But to be frank, like it's not required to have this smooth, because eventually we'll be rounding this over. But further layouts and when we'll be rebating that, all these things, it helps if we start accurately. So that's the reason. And because I planed this thing, let me mark this like this, so that this is already like 90°. So I'm just laying it down on the front, that 90° corner, like to see like this is. Now it's not guaranteed that my box is like 90°. I have tried for that, but with hand, when we are working with hand, there are like chances that things may have shifted slightly, not exactly accurate. It's more or less seems like pretty accurate. So it's like flush here, seems overall like fine here, little bit more here probably, I don't know, like seems like a bulge or like may have to plane, but I can ignore that for now. So this side is fine. Let's see. Now back it off slightly. This side no gaps. What is happening here? As if I need to take a little bit on this one. Let's see. Turn this around. I think this is good. So what I'm going to do now is try to center this. Let me square this end, because in any case I will have to do that. This side is square to this. I have to work on this one. Helps with more registration. This is quite sharp, cutting very nice. Still, this thing helps. So this is what I meant. Like this may seem like this part is not 90°, but I'm going to cut off this portion. So I wanted to make sure that most of this, like as much as I need, is close to 90 degrees. I'll try to equidistant it from the sides, preferably at least 3/8, but if I have more, well and good. It's a little bit less, that's fine. I'll just work with what I have. That seems fine. So what I'm going to do is like this part, like 3/8, 3/8 I have marked. So I'll put two nicks. Here also I don't need a mark, but just for I want to keep it this much same. Now idea is that I'm going to cut like a rebate on all 4 sides actually, but this side hasn't been cut, so at least on the 3 sides. How I'm going to do it is let me clamp it. Going slow. I'll use my rebate plane, but establishing that knife line. On the cross grain ones is especially important. Without the square I could go back, and if I'm careful I can deepen it slightly. That's my record plane. So why am I opening the hinges? Because I need to work as per the thickness of my hinge. Okay, so before the fence I want to set my depth gauge very less, like the depth. So let me cinch this in. I mean, I will see. I don't like these hinges that I have, unfortunately, but I have that, so I'll just try to use that. So let me clamp it this way, and I'm trying to set the now watching this line. If I'm getting too close to the line, I would rather readjust my Am I getting too close for comfort? I guess so. I didn't like that. So what I did there was, like, I was getting too close to that line, and that was causing those grains to rise up. So what I will do, I will reduce it slightly. I mean, I will readjust the fence a little bit so that I'm not taking as much. So right now it's taking a little bit more than my liking. Let's go. Probably I don't need to go any deeper, but let me still make sure that I deepen the wall, knife wall, so that if I have to go further deep, there is not much tearing. I have to be careful at the very end, because that is where, like, that's the exit point and it tends to break off. So critical to deepen that significantly. Now this side should be easier ideally, but let me see. I can clamp it this way, otherwise, like, yeah, it fits, so I will just go this way. Otherwise I could use that normal clamp in a vise method, which works for me very well. I don't need a mark here. Let me unless I am going really against the grain, which this doesn't look as bad, but let's see. It's good. This part was not very difficult. Does look like I may need to take a little bit more on this side. I align this. I mean, I could take a call which side looks better. Really have a lot of room there. So how much I need to take out from this end? So I mean, I could go 3 by 8 from here. So first let me put a mark here. Now 3 by 8 from that end. I need to rip that piece. I will order some better thicker hinges on the other one. Just taking out the bulk of the undulation using the scrub plane, and now I don't know whether the grain would be in my favor or not, so here I may have to use the clamp in a wise tactics. One thing I could have done is take, like, I guess I'm taking a thicker shaving. It's working out fine. I could have started with less. But as long as this is working, not saying that everything was fully accurate, but I'll settle for that, whatever I have. I could have been more cautious on this one, so a little bit of like rough edge here, which I don't like. I could plane this, go over it again. We'll see. Yeah, we'll come back on the hinging. So I'll log off for today. It's been a lot of work just for this much. Well, hello there. So it's been again a few days. So I took a break, break from this work. I was busy with other things. Now I came back on this one. I thought over this, and for some reason I didn't like the way I was going with this one. But by that I mean, like, obviously, like some sloppy work here, like this part and all. But the point is not about the work itself. Is I just felt like I talk about like working with sharp tools, have building the discipline. So I went back and I realized there are many things I ignored. So I'm going to plane it and do it all over again. I realized this the blade of this rivet plane was not sharp enough, so I have like freshly sharpened it. So I will work on that. And you remember, like I wasn't happy with the poor quality hinges, so I ordered some new ones from Amazon. Again, these are quite inexpensive. I didn't like how thin those other hinges were. These are a little bit shorter. Those were 1.5 inches. These are 1 inch hinges, but like they're slightly thicker. So I have to go deeper if I measure this. So slightly deeper. So that's a good thing. So I will do that. And what else? And I think I have been like sharpening like more sincere than I used to. I am like working with sharp tools, but even then I think especially from the last incident, and also like couple of times when I pushed myself to working with like planes that was not sharp enough, and then I doubt my own work. So I thought I have to do something to bring more discipline. So I thought like my sharpening station is on the other side, so walking to that side, arranging the sharpening stone and getting it sharp probably was a deterrent for me. So what I did, I wanted my sharpening station to be in my arm's reach. So what I did, I will just lower this thing. Very simple thing. It's there is I build like a simple rack here. Just I actually drill pocket holes because my point was not to build something fine furniture here, but to do something that brings more discipline in me. So what I did was like here, I pull it, keep it here. I have my strop, other things. The liquid is there. I get it sharp, put it back here. Now Paul Sellers does it like in his style of workbench. I think he has on that other side. I don't have any space there, so this thing hopefully will bring in more discipline in me, because this is now within arm's reach. I should be like sharpening very frequently actually. So yeah, that's about it. Now I'll start on this one again. So what I will do is I will plane this off first of all, and then when the time comes to work on this rabbet or rebate, this time what I'm planning is to work on the rebate slightly less wide than this. How do I put it? Like I don't want my blade to go near the knife wall, because if I come too close, there are more chances of this thing breaking, especially on this cross grain. Because if with my knife thing, the wood, the natural property of the wood will just help it split, and hopefully this will be this time it will be more crisp. So we'll see. So let me first get it planed to a level where marks are no more visible. I have used it a couple of times, but I had sharpened this also. But if I feel like this is not working, I have backed off the iron because I don't want to take too much. That's it. So I have like almost taken it down significantly actually. Maybe luckily I had like a decent amount of thickness here. This is still 11/16, so I'm happy with that. So now I will be going carefully with this one. So let me start to deepen it. And one more thing that I wasn't too careful on was I went too deep. So I'll back off the iron. I've significantly backed it off. And when I'm placing this, I will readjust the fence I'm sure it will be much easier and smoother with cherry, but I'm pretty sure I can get this to work here. Not sure if it is clearly visible. Now the advantage here is that because I am going short of that line, it's not tearing the grain, and hopefully this end part is like tricky. I could back off the iron a little bit more. Yeah, but what I'm thinking, this end part, let me see if I can. Think that should actually really help, I'm hoping. It's okay. I mean, I tried my best. This is better. This time I'm staying away from that knife wall. I'll leave it at that. It's just about like cleaning that edges. So let me see how. Do it this way. Now this part should be easier because I didn't have any problem last time, so hopefully it stays that way. Unless like I'm going terribly against grain, this long grain should be easier. Now one thing I could have done is reset my fence, because here I don't want that that step to show up. So what I was trying to do was like get the fence depth as per this. Let's see how it works out. That's it. This is done. I could show the cherry one. I'll probably record that just to show how easier that is. I'm pretty sure that would be way easier. The grains on this one is giving a tough time. Now let me see like how I have to work on the hinges, but I'm thinking like, should I do the round over first or should I do the hinges first? So the hinges should be this way, so they will go in here. Like, that's the advantage of the step down. What really this does is, like, unlike my other dovetail box where if I just recess the hinges at the end, so what happens is that's a type, it's not bad, but that, so this thing like drops completely. So now because I will have this step down, so from here, so it will be this much. So a different look, and this thing looks good. This thing is pretty good actually. I don't want to this is perfect. I don't want to like work on this one again because I work so much. Like, this thing is perfect. So if this thing is like rocking, let me try the other side. It's likely this one has a twist. Because I have been planing that for quite some time. Yeah, this one does have, so this part is higher. Yes. So let me see, not too much, little bit, because I don't want to be still shows a little bit, but before going there I want to see it here. This is good, unless there is now, twist is gone, unless there is like a bow or a cup. This should fit. No movement. If I do it this way, it is not coming. So let me mark this as front. Front. Yeah. This is good. I'll come back later on this one. Take a break.